Texas Big Star offices here in Central Texas. As you might be able to tell, this is a little different than our usual Texas Big Star live broadcast. We're not at the Horny Toad today, and the show you may used to be seeing is not going to be happening that way today. We're here to say thanks for watching and let you know that our next Texas Big Star live broadcast from the Horny Toad Bar and Grill is going to be August 19th, and that's if everything goes as planned. So here in a second, we're going to talk more about why there's no show today. But first, I want to say thank you to our friends, hotashstove.com/TX, and an extra special thank you to our friends at Dublin Bottling Works. Today, it's you and me and Matt.
Hey.
And that's it. Well, speaking of Dublin, let's get right to the sweet stuff. The keepers of the sweet. The guys
you just popped that top.
I did. It was partly on there because I've already
that's right.
already started on this fine product that they're putting out. They have a new flavor, several new flavors. This one is Red Cola. It's their 1891 series. The founding of Dublin Bottling Works goes back to 1891. They've been around that long, been doing cool, yummy stuff that long.
So
and this is good.
So we were doing Bar YU live a little bit ago, and we were in the middle of the show, and he's talking to Barry, and I'm listening to this stuff, and all I was hearing, I heard this almost a gunshot. It was more than that. It was a pop.
Twist caps are nice, but they are a little bit percussive.
It was good. It was just, I wasn't expecting that.
And I'm wearing my Dublin T-shirt, man. You see that?
Yes, you are. That's a new one.
Yeah, this is their new, it's kind of a tribute to their Wild West 1891. Don't tread on me.
I think that's pre-1891, though. That goes back a little bit. That idea.
They're evoking the, yeah.
I think it works, though.
This goes back to, like, way before the nation and stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It does. Also, you've got a green apple. They have a green apple flavor. Where'd you go? Did you drink it already?
No, I didn't.
Green apple. I've not tasted green apple. I did on the tour the other day in Dublin Bottling Works. They give a tour of the whole facility.
A little bit of a
museum. Oh yeah.
Got glare. There we go. No glare.
It's really yummy, and I can't go on enough about how cool Dublin Bottling Works is.
So, here's where I stop and say we had a plan. It was my plan. So the fact that the plan didn't work is completely my fault. But the plan is that the tour that we did at the Dublin Bottling Works on Thursday with Kenny, our buddy Kenny, we were going to have that on the show today as part of the show.
Right.
And I think it went well. We got a lot of footage. We had our friends, our Twitch community friends that are in Texas.
That's right. Hushy was here. Stephanie, she's from Florida. Hushy came in from Norway.
Yep.
And then Jacob came in from California.
That's correct.
They were on the tour and the bottling facility there and had a good time.
So they've been having a good time and playing games, hanging, just getting to know each other a little bit better.
Just being kids. It's for the kids.
How old do you have to be before 20-year-olds are kids? I mean,
some of them are older than 20.
Well,
I don't know.
No, you're talking about Tex. Tex wasn't on the tour.
I hung out with some musicians recently. I don't know. Some of them are way past that, and they still act like kids.
We were talking about we're switching stories now, but that's too funny. We were talking about handing out a Music Quest singer-songwriter posters at different locations, And I took a poster into one particular music store, and there really was a kid. He was probably still in maybe high school, working there. And I gave him the poster, and he was like, "Cool." It made me laugh. I mean, just the way he said it, it was sincere. God bless him.
It was an endearing.
It was endearing. But when I told Brian that, he had a similar story, but maybe a little different age. So, what was your story, Brian? I mean, it's not that
pretty
long.
much the same thing, except these guys were well into their 40s. Like, yeah, it's a singer-songwriter competition. They guys like, right on, it's cool. Right on. Yeah.
I mean, there's no chance those guys are watching right now, but if you are,
What if they are?
God bless you. Thank you for helping us with our singer-songwriter competition. And so, while we're on that, just musicquest.texas. We'll get back to that a little bit later. The kids, and we did the tour. Kenny gave us the tour.
Yep.
And
it's a great tour too. If you've never been to Dublin, Texas, and done to Dublin Bottling Works, there's the historic Old Docks Soda Shop is where the main little cafe area is, and that is where they began bottling in 1891. And you stand right underneath this little. What do you call those things? It's early, man.
It's an elevated area. It's like a open second floor, and where they had gravity was helping. A loft where they put stuff up there, and that gravity was part of the bottling. I mean, the fluids, the juices. I don't.
What the heck are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
What do they put in this stuff?
It's not just
It is
early
red.
for you. It's up late last night, man. So we did the tour, and we videotaped the whole thing. And we got, Jake was there, got some good audio, I'm pretty sure we did. And we're going to get that edited. We'll get that posted, and maybe we'll show some highlights of that. The goal is we may or may not do a live show, but we will publish. It's kind of an interesting thing when the show's called
pre-recorded stuff and shooting. We're going to save that for the end of this show, and you're going to. And it was an exciting day.
Yeah, and that was something else we did.
Exciting evening.
Yeah, we've been talking about doing that for a very, very long time, and it had to do with a little project specifically with the one and only Sloth Time Lord. And so we'll be showing some of that a little bit later.
Yeah.
But we don't have any international guests today. We don't have. We're even leaving the Twitch crew alone. They're recuperating from their partying week. Jake's not here. He did a gig last night down in. Well, guess what? He did a gig in New Braunfels.
New Braunfels.
New Braunfels. So that the Phoenix Saloon is one of the venues where one of our regional competitions for the singer-songwriter. We keep talking about the singer-songwriter because that's what we're doing. We're doing a ton of that.
That has been, I mean, it's by default, Matt. That's been what we've been doing, and it's okay to kind of go in that direction. But the Music Quest Singer-Songwriter Showdown, it's a big thing. And like you said, go to Music Quest.
.TexasBigStar.com.
.TexasBigStar.com.
And I'll put some graphics up on this when we edit this later. Apologies. I mean, like I said, it's such a small crew. I could try to do all this and put the graphics up, but it'll stress me out, and I won't be able to keep a thought in my head worse than I normally can. So, we appreciate you guys watching today. And but Texas Big Star Live. We're going to be doing, like Brian said earlier, we're going to be doing another show like you might be used to seeing Saturday, August the 19th at the Toad. And between now and then, we'll be putting some stuff out. We may or may not have some stuff on Saturdays. So just be looking on Facebook, TexasBigStar.com. If you get a chance, go to that website. We're working. I wanted to explain kind of what the thinking is here. I may have mentioned it last week, but Texas Big Star as a whole, a collection of different projects, different programs, different audiences, different things we're producing, all of those together make up Texas Big Star. But this whole thing's a big experiment. I mean, we've kicked out stuff. People have seen it. Hopefully some of, they see what we're doing. They hopefully like it, but I mean, at least you can see what we think we're trying to do. And well, I mean, that's fair enough. I mean, because there's an idea that we're
trying to do. Right.
So, as we have these shows produced, you can always do things better. Now, whether or not we can do things better with the resources we have, the time, and all of the stuff we're doing, that's the balance. We've got to figure out how much time we're going to spend on this, how much time we're going to spend on that. Are we going to do it this way? Are we going to do it that way? So when you have a small crew and people are spread out doing a lot of different projects, at some point you're like, this may not work. So basically, I mean, you're going to be up with your family. I don't want to go into detail, but you're going to be out of state that weekend before the 19th. I'm working on a project up in Dallas that's the entire weekend, the previous weekend. There's just a bunch of things. And it's hot. Do you remember how hot it was last week at the Toad?
Yes, I
do.
do.
The Toad's got air conditioning, guys, but we have so many lights blasting right next to the front door where the heat rolls in when they open the door, and we have our lights blaring, and it got kind of warm.
Yeah, they may check their electric bill this week
Let's
and go, hey,
not go there. Don't.
It's their LEDs.
No, I wish they were all LEDs. Luckily these are, because as close as we are to these guys, it would be warm.
It would be like being on the sun.
So Texas Big Star and the collection of properties we're doing, all of them have their own best way of doing them. We're working on figuring all those out at the same time. And so you got here in Texas in August last year.
Almost a year ago, that's right.
So we're coming up on a year. We've produced a whole lot of content. We've made some tweaks along the way, but we are looking at trying to figure out alternate ways of doing things, better things. We'll experiment some. This is the first time we've tried this right here. Our internet connection where we are right now is not the best. From what I can tell, it looks like the stream's going out okay, but when this is all garbledy and it's not working on Twitch, it's a little bit of a problem. And you'll notice that if anybody's online with us right now, we haven't been very friendly to you guys either.
Haven't even looked at the Twitch,
let's pull that up because I mean, just forgive us, guys. Just cut us some slack because
we're sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, go for Bill. Bill's always a good one.
There's just so many things to take care of technologically. And you just can't do all of them.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of scary.
Something will fall through the cracks.
Holy crap, what is
that
going on? I think we're playing a commercial.
Speaking of crack.
Oh.
It's important to smell confident.
I don't know if that went out or not. You're just going to, like I said, you're going to have to cut us a little bit of slack.
That was priceless.
Oh, there are people. They're chatting with us. Oh, I don't think chat is open for them. See? They're paying attention. A real human being.
A real human being.
Hey. So
72 says hello.
It's fun when you pull this thing up and there's a little number. It shows that there are people actually watching this, so that's kind of scary. There are people chatting, so I guess that's good to know.
Got listeners, viewers, and listeners.
Yeah.
People tuning in. Well, stay tuned if you're tuning in. Stay even more tuned in because in a moment we're going to show the highlights of our, it's about 36 hours ago, something like that, in the evening. Lost Time Lord Dylan content. Something to do, something to record. We just
It's part of the video that
I got some drone footage in there too.
Little. We'll talk about it more later.
All right.
So for the most part, started in August. We started doing our live show there at the Total back on Saturdays.
Right.
And it was episode 37. So yeah, that's not trivial. And so show has some good music, but Quest singer-songwriter competition. We are. We had a fun time at the Toad Tuesday night.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a blast, and you'll get a chance to see some of the footage from that, I would think. I don't know, sometime. At any rate, we got to hear from Stephanie Jones and Dylan, Sloth Time Lord, and the two of them as a duo, singing a duet. Several duets they sang together. It was awesome. The Waylaid Farmers of Bosque County got together, played, and then we played some more, and then we stopped and listened to, and JB got up sang.
He did actually.
It was just a good evening. It's like a picnic inside with music. Just food. People brought food. What were those things that they deep fried along with the pork skins? They look like little pinwheels.
Mm-hmm.
What are those called? Oh, the Doritos. Yeah, they're actually called Doritos. I think with a U though, not Doritos, but Doritos. And you buy them at the store, and they're about this big. And you throw them in burning oil, they become this big. And they're like a texture of a Funyun, except without the onion. You can spice them however you want. They're good.
So it was a party.
It was a party.
It wasn't open to the public, but we had a lot of friends that we see pretty regularly there, and it was kind of laid back as far as that crew goes. Owen and Sandy were there, just a bunch of friends were there, and you guys played Waylaid Farmers, and like I said, capturing that performance of a couple of those songs or something that we were really wanting to do, other than have a good time.
Right.
And I think we got it all done. I was probably the most stressed out person there.
You didn't seem that stressed out to me.
I enjoyed it, but I mean, you got to realize when we do production stuff, who works with me on that?
Right.
You, Jake, Dylan. Miriam helps. All four of you guys were on stage.
We were in the band.
Yeah, you were in front. So
True.
what we ended up with, I mean, if JB wasn't there, I would have been hosed. Well,
Right.
I don't know if it would have been totally hosed, but I mean the quality of what went out, because we Twitch streamed it live on Sloth Time Lord's channel. So yeah, it's still out there. I think if you go out to his channel, you can find it. But then we are also recording the 4 cameras. And multi-track audio recording all that. So there was just a lot of moving parts. And so everybody's having a good time, and I'm just running around like crazy. I mean, I'm not complaining because I knew that's the way it was going to be.
Sure,
but I mean,
sure.
it really was enjoyable in spite of, kind of that. But so we did that, and hopefully you'll be able to see some really, really nice clips from that in the coming weeks or so. The thing is we talk about music. We love music, but some of the people don't have any idea of the musical talent in this particular team, in this particular group. And so we're not trying to show off, but it is like, hey, we're not just talking about music. These people actually
play music.
know how to do it. And so, yeah, Jake's playing down it with Ryan Ross Band last night. I think they got a party tonight, so he's out of town.
Busy.
Dylan's hanging out with the Twitch crowd, and like I said, we're going to be taking a break until mid-August. I mean, mid-August. And so we just wanted to show up today. We don't have a whole lot to show you. We just wanted to let you know what we're doing, and if you did show up or if anybody was looking, we didn't want to leave you hanging just because we care about you guys and we appreciate people watching.
True that.
Very much.
True that.
So, there you go. We had talked about something that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can get this to work. When we get ready, I want you to click that right there, if I can do that. So, we're going to commentate because I don't have any audio on this yet. I think we have some. But we're gonna worry about that at this point. Let me get this going, and let's see if this. Go ahead and hit play.
I'm playing.
And let's see what happens. All right, so there's Sloth Time Lord. That is a Dalek off in the distance.
And he's got a sonic screwdriver.
And let's see what happens.
Screwdriver.
See what kind of juice he has. Oh my gosh! All right, so that's the thing. We blew it up. He was getting rid of it. There's a little slow motion for you right there. Look at that.
Boom.
That was a serious explosion. So,
That's pretty serious.
yeah, we were having a good time. The visitors are all running down there. We'll make sure that we don't have any
Who's
issues.
First one.
Yeah. And there he is. Yay! So
That's awesome.
I hope you like that.
That was fun.
It was interesting, and we appreciate our friend Ricky. He's the one that
Ricky Petty, guy that helps you blow stuff up.
for anybody who is concerned, we are
guy
in
that kills
Texas.
a lot of feral hogs.
That is on
guy
private
that catches
property,
lots of catfish.
and that was
Did I mention blowing stuff up?
tannerite. They use that for professional target shooting,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
A little bit of that mixed properly, put there. When you hit it, it goes off. You
Yeah.
know you hit the target.
Yeah. For those way off targets where you go, I don't know if I hit the paper target or not. You'll know if you hit tannerite because it will explode.
So
Yeah.
that stuff is pretty interesting. You got to you can't set it off except with a fast round.
Pass around and the impact. Apparently, it's the friction and a large amount of lead. He says a 22 wouldn't necessarily set it off.
I don't know.
Even though it's a fast round, it has to have enough oomph, enough lead, enough
something.
mass hitting it sets it off.
Was that your first experience with that stuff? I've been there. Have you been there?
I believe I have. I skied all over the place years ago, back when you don't have children or you're not married, you can travel around the world.
Go places.
Go places like here, and then back to Norway, and then back here. Like Hushy.
Well, guys, we appreciate you, and we just want to say thank you, and be looking online, TexasBigStar.com. We're going to try to get some updates on that. We've been busy, and we're going to try to get those updated. It's not that we haven't been doing stuff. It's that we've been doing so much stuff that we need to get caught up on some of our social media, some of our postings, and be looking for some fun stuff that we have been producing. And Texas Big Star Live is alive and well. We're just taking a short hiatus, and we're going to be working on some goals, getting some.
Wonderful.
We'd love to pick up some more Texas Big Star. Well, patrons really.
Patrons.
I mean, we'd love sponsors for the shows as well. But overall, Texas Big Star, all the different things we're producing. There's some exciting things coming out of Star Citizen, which have to do with Mustang Intergalactic.
Right.
We're just behind on some projects, and so we're going to try to get caught up and not kill ourselves in the process. Like to have a good time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good to smile when you're on camera, right?
It is important not to make the audience feel uncomfortable.
So we're working a lot.
That's what they tell me.
and so we're trying to smile even more off camera.
So what we're doing is we're just working on our own smile time, folks. And you need to have your own personal smile time too. We can't stress enough.
You're getting
the
deep on us
importance
now.
of smile time.
A little counseling session with Dr. Barrett. No, we need Dr. Clower.
What you need is smile time.
Speaking of smile time, Barwai University, we're doing a little bit of a hiatus with them as well. We've got like 22 episodes out with that, live and the lessons. And we've got more ready to go, but we're going to hold off on publishing those as well because we've got some goals we need to, same thing.
Right.
So it's not just Texas Big Star Live.
Right.
It's Barwai University if you watch that. If you haven't watched that, go to barryclower.com. And it's with one R, BARYCLOWER.com. You can find a lot of the episodes we've done there if you haven't checked that out. And those are fun, entertaining. If you're not just getting enough Brian in your life, you can get some more of it there because he and Barry make up that show, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know what else to tell you other than we appreciate you guys.
We do indeed. Indeed. It's good to have folks tuning in, and we're sorry we're not chatting too much with the chat folks on.
My girl left, my dog bit, the rain fell, the truck quit, my ship sank, my heart broke. I'm gonna sit down and rest my bones. The check bounced a second time, the lights went out, mama cried. The pot of gold ain't seen it yet. Buddy, that's as good as it gets.
Live from the Horny Toad Bar and Grill in Cranfills Gap, Texas.
My girl left, my dog bit, the rain fell, the truck quit, my ship